A topic that students typically have some trouble with is metric conversions, where we're going either from a metric unit to an English unit or an English unit to a metric unit. You might also hear this referred to in a science course as dimensional analysis, where we are given something in terms of one unit and we need to convert it into something in another unit. The key here is to stay organized and be patient. Let's take a look at one. Okay, here's our problem. Use the fact that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters to find the number of yards that are in 1 meter. We're going to start by setting up a place for our values to go. We're going to have a top and we're going to have a bottom, and this is how our conversions are going to happen. Across the top, we're going to multiply whatever numbers we see there, and then across the bottom, we're going to multiply those, and at the end, we're going to divide. It's basically like setting up a series of fractions, but we're going to use this kind of structure instead. In the beginning, we go with the thing that we are given, which is 1 meter. What I want to do here is, how many yards are in 1 meter? I want to convert 1 meter to yards. So I start with 1 meter. Now the fact that I've been given that I'm going to use here is 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Well, right now I have meters. I don't have centimeters. So before I can use that fact, I need to get my units to be in terms of centimeters. You may not have this memorized now, but you really should work on getting that done, that there are 100 centimeters in a meter. So 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay, that's what I'm going to write next. Well, I want my meters to cancel, so the 1 meter is going to go on the bottom, and the 100 centimeters is going to go on the top. That allows me to cancel the meters that are on the top with the meters on the bottom, and now the units that I have are in terms of centimeters. I'm not done with my problem, but I'm working toward my solution. The fact that I was given, the fact that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, I needed to be in terms of centimeters to be able to use that. And now I am. I'm in terms of centimeters. So here is when I'm going to make the leap where I convert from metric into English units by using the fact that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. I want the centimeters to cancel, so that's going to have to go on the bottom. So my 2.54 centimeters goes on the bottom, and my 1 inch goes on the top. This allows me to cancel centimeters on the top with the centimeters that are on the bottom. Now I'm in terms of inches. Well, I'm getting close. This problem told me how many yards are there in a meter. Well, I'm getting warmer. I'm in terms of inches. Now I need to convert these inches that I have into yards. Well, here's another one that you may not know off the top of your head, but you probably ought to, is that there are 36 inches in 1 yard, and I'm going to use that fact to convert these inches into yards. Well, I want my inches to cancel, so the 36 inches are going to go on the bottom, and my 1 yard is going to go on the top. This allows me to cancel inches on the top with inches on the bottom. And now what I've done is I started out in terms of meters, and now I'm in terms of yards. So I've converted meters to yards. I've done what I've wanted to do. Now I just have to finish up everything that's going on with these numbers. I'm going to multiply all the numbers that are in the top. 1 times 100 times 1 times 1. Well, I can do that one. That's going to be 100. Then across the bottom, I'm going to multiply 1 times 2.54 times 36, and that's 91.44. And then my last step here is to go ahead and divide 100 divided by 91.44, and I get 1.09. So when the question says, how many yards are there in a meter? There are 1.09, and remember, my last units that I ended up with was yards. So how many yards are in a meter? 1.09 yards are in 1 meter. Let's look at another one. Okay, this time we're going to use the fact that 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds to convert 1 pound into grams. Again, be organized, be patient. It's going to take a few steps. That's okay. First, we start by setting up the place where all our values are going to go. And the thing that we were given to begin with is 1 pound. We're converting 1 pound. We're going to start with 1 pound, and we're going to end up with grams. So my 1 pound, and you can write pound or you can write LB, either one, goes there. Now, the thing that I've been given to help me convert this is 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. I need to have pounds to be able to use that fact. Well, hey, look at that, I already do. So I can go ahead and use that fact right away. And I can say here that 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. I want the pounds on the bottom because that's what I want to cancel. So 2.2 pounds goes on the bottom and 1 kilogram goes on the top. That allows me to cancel the pounds that are on the top with the pounds that are on the bottom. Now I'm in terms of kilograms. I need to get to where I'm in terms of grams. Here's another one where you should have these things in your head that 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. And so my next step is going to be, well, I have kilograms. I want to end up with grams. So let's see. I want the kilograms on the bottom so that I can cancel those units. So my 1,000 grams goes on the top. I've got kilograms on top, kilograms on bottom, and now the units that I have, the only units I have left are grams. Notice, I started with pounds, I've ended with grams. That's what the problem wanted me to do. The only thing left is to do my multiplying and dividing. I'm going to multiply these numbers across the top. I've got 1 times 1,000. And across the bottom I've got 2.2 times 1. So 1,000 divided by 2.2 will be my last step. And I end up with 454.55 grams. So convert 1 pound to grams. How many grams are in a pound would be the same question. And the answer is 454.55. Be organized, be patient, be careful with the calculations, and these don't have to be that bad.